I heard on the Wrestling Observer Live Today radio show where I got a lot of this news that there was a fan at Bloodsport that asked Josh Barnett to chop him, and he chopped the fan, and the radio DJs were saying, did you sign any type of release? And he seemed just more honored to have been chopped by Josh Barnett, so there was no issue there. But that reminded me of a few incidents where people have asked me to chop them at bars, and there's been at least 2 incidents where they've gone on to call the police on me after that. And then I had another incident resulting from a chop that I was basically introducing Hacksaw Jim Duggan at a comedy show in Ottawa, and there was another comedian that was opening for Duggan that introduced me before I went on to introduce Hacksaw. And this comedian asked me to chop him. I chopped him, and he didn't even really sell it. Then the next morning I wake up and the owner of the club has sent me all these pictures of this loser that he actually went to the hospital for getting chopped, showing that he was alleging that like it was causing problems with his heart and showing the chop marks. But it's like, you wanted to be chopped and sold it. So that was just pathetic. I didn't appear again at that club after that. That was a load of bullshit in a pretty crappy venue, but nothing came out of it with that. But ever since that, I've been a lot more careful when people ask me to chop them. So for wrestlers out there, there are some people that will act tough, then you'll chop them and stuff will happen. Oh, I'll tell you one more funny story about a chop. There was another bar incident where this was in fairly recent years, where a guy was asking me to chop him at a bar, and he actually took his shirt off to take the chop, and I chopped him, and I chopped him so loud that like it just echoed in the whole bar, and the whole bar went quiet. And then some other guy said to the guy that chopped him, like, "Are you a pussy? You're gonna let him just do that to you?" And the guy that said that didn't realize it was just a wrestling chop, and like he had asked me to chop, but that caused an actual fight between those two, an actual physical fight. So the police ended up being called for that too. I left before they showed up. I had nothing to do with that fight. But yeah, chopping people in bars can be dangerous.
Jeremy, give it to me. Where's my shit? Oh, shit. I don't want to know. Fuck. Give it to him. Give it to him. Sure.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Is that bad?
No. Big one on this side. Just one.
Joe. Film this.
That's a work. We don't have to.
Dark red shot. Oh, shit. Gunshot. Gunshot.
That's what happens when you get in the way of Hannibal.
No.
Picture of this bruising.
Alright.
So that my wife at least sees that you had done this.
He wants a picture so his wife can see got beat up.
We gotta see the white or the red.
Wardrobe mouth.
Show him the red. It's got my fingerprints in it. Oh!